Headline number 3, according to a Simon press release, the mall owner is back in the news because they are releasing a new capability they're calling what else but Simon Search.
Love that name. Love it.
Oh, it's trademarked, so you can't do anything with that. I loved that the trademark had to be put behind that.
Sorry, wait. Before you read the details, do you remember the game as a kid? Simon Says, the little circular
obviously
game.
That's why they trademarked
I know.
it.
Did you remember that? The game? Did you ever play it?
Oh yeah. They still have it.
Were you good at it?
I could get through a few rounds, but I kind of got bored with it after a while.
I honestly don't think I've ever played it. I totally remember it, but I don't think I've ever played it. No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, my kids have one. I got rid of it, though, because it made too much noise.
Nice.
You know how I feel about noisy toys. All right, so, Chris, Simon Search gives shoppers the ability to research in-stock products available at participating retailers located within a Simon property. It's available to shoppers through the Simon app, property websites, and the interactive directories that are located at all Simon properties nationwide. The participating retailers that are involved in this so far include Aeropostale, Anthropologie, Athleta, Banana Republic, Gap, J.Crew, JCPenney, and Old Navy. The initial version of the platform, Chris, is being tested at 29 Simon retail centers across the U.S., with the generic broader rollout planned for later this year. But, Chris.
Yes, Ann. I'm still trying to get over the I hate noisy toys comment, but yes, please.
Why?
Who
likes noisy toys?
Nobody, I guess. Yeah, right.
Oh, God. No. You put the tape over the sound speaker thing. You got to do whatever.
Fire truck that keeps going, where?
I know.
Yeah,
and at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're sleeping, you're like, oh, my God, there's a demon in the house.
That's right. That does happen, yeah.
Okay. So, Chris, most importantly, this is the question that A&M has chosen to use to put you on the spot.
Ooh, okay.
So, Chris, in answering the question about Simon Search,
yes,
A&M wants to know, they say, we admire Simon's ability and willingness to promise real-time in-store inventory. Based on the customer's typical shopping journey, is this search capability as relevant for mall apparel as for a category like, say, grocery? And when do you think we'll see that?
That's a really good question. Yeah, 100% it's relevant. I mean, I think search is a necessary condition for any consistent e-commerce experience, whether you're apparel, whether you're grocery. I mean, I would say through the years, given the proliferation that we've seen in terms of where e-commerce has happened first, I could even make the argument that it's probably even more useful in a place like apparel rather than grocery. I don't know that for a fact, but I think one could make an argument on that. Mm-hmm. The question for me on this, though, is what will consumers do? Right? Like it's a requirement for the experience, but can you get consumers to go to a mall's website to do this versus the individual brands themselves? That's the chasm that has to be crossed here. Mm-hmm. I think, as we've talked about, we think it's a smart move for malls to do because it gives them a position in the minds of their consumers. And if you can add to this not just search capabilities, but buy capabilities in the long run, like we've shown with the Mall of America and talked about ad nauseum with Adept Mind too on this show, that makes your life a lot easier as a consumer because you can shop multiple retailers, coordinate your pickup and delivery across those retailers for your given location in a mall. It's hard to understand exactly what this is from the press releases. I tried to do a little bit more digging. It sounds like it's definitely giving multiple retailers visibility on a website is essentially the intention. Whether you can, how the degree to which you can purchase and see the inventory is still a question to me. The big question too is what is those are a lot of big retailers named.
Yes.
How thorough are those integrations? Like, are there order management connections?
Right.
POS connections? Like, how deep is this? Time will tell as this continues to roll out, but it's one of those things actually I want to get out and try for our listeners if we can to see, exactly how this is working at some point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is only going to be as good and beneficial to the consumers as the number of retailers they have and ultimately the quality of the data. Like, is it real-time inventory? To answer A&M's question, I would say yes. If you have a bricks and mortar business, anytime you can give inventory visibility to a consumer, it's a good thing. It doesn't matter what the industry is.
It's essential.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I'm gonna go to your mall or to your store, I want to know that the thing I'm going to get, because otherwise I'll just order it online. Like, I need to know that the thing I'm going to get that day is there, and that's going to drive, like we've talked about multiple times, that's top of the funnel decision making. That drives where I go and who I shop with.
Which, and also brings up another point too. This is not just about search too, because the other important function is browse.
Right.
People like to browse online the different options they have available too. And that is actually more important in apparel, relatively speaking, than it is in grocery. In grocery, you kind of know what you want. You go in, you hunt and peck it,
Right.
especially for those things that are the repeat items, which is why grocery has been kind of a difficult thing to get off the ground. But the browse nature of this is still also important, and they're going after that too with this, even though it's classified and called branded Simon Search. Important distinction, though.
Yeah, but I think that's also important, Chris, too, when you're thinking about who you're getting on the platform, the retailers that you're getting on the platform. Like we
Right.
showed in the Mall of America Adept Mine video, like being able to search snow pants and being able to get 15 different retailers showing those results, that simulates the mall experience. That saves me time. That's more convenient. So I think that's the really important thing to be thinking about here. And yes, it's just early stages, but hopefully Simon will be able to get this on. And I think that the most important point too is that they'll be able to start offering this in lease terms. Like not only anymore when you're signing a deal with a mall, are you just going to get the 4 walls and some TI money to like in marketing, shared marketing expenses, but like being able to offer this as a service to your tenants is going to be huge for the future of the draw of big name retailers to malls.
It's a great point, and I'm so glad we picked this story actually, because we were debating whether or not to put it in. I'm glad A&M made it the put you on the spot question this week. But you're right, it's about critical mass of retailers. That's what's going to make it successful. And this is the first time we've seen really big retailers, at least from what's stated, sign up to be a part of a program like this, because that's what you need. You don't need the local mom and pop shops. Nobody's going to waste time to go to that interface for that. They want to see the Lululemons, the JCPenney's, the Gaps, and all that stuff, and to make their lives easier.